Once again, we are reminded about the wonder and beauty of nature here on Earth. On May 20th, 2012, there will be a partial eclipse that takes place at the same time that the Sun moves into the zodiac sign of Gemini. Every 29 and a half days, we have a new moon. When we use the term new moon, we are only pointing out that it is the moon at the beginning of its monthly cycle. When the moon is new, it rises and sets at the same time as the Sun, so we cannot see it from the surface of the Earth. In astrolosophy, the 360-degree path of the Sun seen from the Earth is called the ecliptic. While there are more than 88 constellations in the sky, astrolosophy only deals with the 12 zodiac signs on the path of the Sun. When you look at the word ecliptic, you can see the root of the word eclipse. The moon, like the Sun, has its own path around the Earth. Sometimes the moon is 0 to 5 degrees above the plane of the Earth, and sometimes the moon is 0 to 5 degrees below the plane of the Earth. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, when the Sun's path crosses with the moon's path at 0 degrees during a new moon, we have an eclipse. Technically, it's the moon's shadow, the umbra, that is eclipsing the light from the Sun. The path of the Sun and the moon crossing during the new moon have to happen for any solar eclipse to take place on Earth. The eclipse will take place at 5:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for us California residents in the United States, or at 12:15 a.m. Universal Time. The eclipse will reach its peak at 6:32 p.m. California Time, or 1:32 a.m. Universal Time. This will not be a total solar eclipse. This is an annular eclipse. Most people will see it as a partial eclipse unless they live in the annular zone. What is the difference between a total solar eclipse and an annular eclipse? Since the moon is not at perigee, as close to the Earth as possible, it does not completely blot out the Sun. You can still see about 10% of the Sun's disk forming a ring underneath the moon. The Sun is roughly 400 times bigger than the moon, but since the moon is 400 times closer to the Earth, it blocks out more than 90% of the Sun's surface. We can fit millions of moons inside of the relatively small local star known as the Sun. The new moon and eclipse happens right as we transition from Taurus into Gemini, so we are dealing with three powerful releases of energy. The transition of the zodiac signs, Taurus to Gemini, the metaphysical impact of the new moon, the cycle begins again, the intense metaphysical effect of the eclipse, sowing the new seeds on a cosmic scale. The transition. The transition from slow-moving, predictably earthy and fixed Taurus to the nimble, dynamic, unpredictably airy and mutable sign of Gemini is not always easy. Mercury-ruled Gemini makes it look and feel easy by charging the air with creativity, desire for higher-minded communications, and pushes for quicksilver innovations to ward off the galactic enemy of Gemini, boredom. The mutable quality that Gemini represents ends the spring quadrant in the northern hemisphere by closing the circuit between the initiating force of cardinal Aries and the stabilizing force of fixed Taurus, by creating a mutable space for them to coexist for the procreation of the next seasonal cycle. The spring cycle spirals through the last portion of mutable Gemini and knocks on the door of the solstice, ruled by cardinal Cancer. The powerful moon deity passes the torch on the next sign, and the cycle continues throughout the remaining signs of the zodiac ecliptic. May 20th through May 31st, the first decan of Gemini is ruled by Mercury and will emphasize communications, creativity, traveling, and commerce. May 31st to June 10th, the second decan is ruled by the next air sign of the zodiac, Libra, with its cardinal quality and Venusian influence. Venus is currently in retrograde, but she will be transiting in front of the Sun starting June 5th. This period will emphasize rebirth in justice, love, ethics, and the evaluation on all things concerning love, affection, beauty, and partnerships of any kind. June 10th through June 21st. The third decan is ruled by the last air sign of the zodiac, Aquarius. and its influencing planet Uranus and its fixed quality. Many think that Aquarius is a water sign because they are the water bearer, but they are in fact an intellectual air sign, and they influence this last 10-day cycle of Gemini with their high ideals for humanity in a cool, detached manner. The Aquarian influence can increase Gemini's eccentric effect on all of us. This can mean moments when people simply don't get it, or moments of sheer genius that most mortals on Earth just can't comprehend. The new moon cycle. This is the beginning of our monthly biorhythm cycle. The moon rises in conjunction with the sun, but within 3.5 days, the moon pulls about 45 degrees ahead of the sun. This is a great time for renewal, a time to write down what you wish to accomplish in the month ahead. This is a great opportunity to spend time with siblings and family or friends that are like siblings. Solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is considered a new beginning or seeding because they always occur during a new moon. Playfulness and networking will take center stage along with love. The Gemini twins' Roman numeral 2 stands for the pillars of knowledge, but the twins in the tarot are known as the lovers. This is crucial because this is the point when consciousness, sovereignty, and free will evolve the spirit towards taking complete control of their own destiny. 0 degrees in Gemini inspires us to ask ourselves, how do we connect and see things from multiple viewpoints? What are our subconscious thoughts versus our conscious thoughts? Where does material spiritual reality begin and corporeal reality end? This is a great time to reconnect with your body before summer because Mercury is the patron of the gymnasium. This can be an extraordinary opportunity to improve communications in all of your relationships and partnerships, including with the self. Consider the benefits of how to improve on how we identify with each other, give one another space to live, make mistakes, and grow outside of judgment. Pay special attention to your senses. In this age of Aquarius, you may find that almost everyone around you is getting reacquainted with their instincts and intuition, and recognizing that our 5 senses is just the beginning of what we are capable of detecting. Libra and Saturn retrograde is moving into oppose Uranus in Aries. Newton's third law of motion states, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Libra is the karmic spiritual equivalent to Newton's physical law applied through the filter of ethics and virtue of the human race. Those who have pushed others out in our society will experience the karmic harmonic start. So those who pushed people out of jobs, schools, churches, clubs, families, or any place where fellowship and unity can be experienced, prepare for the pendulum to swing back and demand balance. For those who've been excluded, look for the doors to open for you now or learn to pick locks. While Venus is in retrograde, she will begin the Sisyphean task of lovingly untangling all of the cruelty and injustice that is happening on Earth with dedication and perseverance. On June 5th, her planet will transit the Sun, emphasizing the powerful warrior spirit attributed to each sign: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Since this eclipse occurs at 0 degrees Gemini, this will be an amazing time period for air signs that choose to emphasize their unique qualities and simply be themselves. You will be more open and receptive to positive opportunities both in your communities and in business. Home is the place to be. Be personable and personal right now. Don't be afraid to show courage and let people in. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, you will be receiving some good news and opportunities in the coming weeks. Your career moves forward at this time and money from an unexpected source shows up. Make sure you follow all desires for traveling in and around your home so that the chi of your good fortune has an opportunity to shine down on you. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Keep those fiery emotions and impulses in check if you want to keep the political, social standing you have earned in your community. Now is the time for you to be the fiery action hero that you were born to be and socialize, socialize, socialize. Your charm and ambitious nature is infectious. You may find a new love on the horizon or take some steps forward in a current relationship. Don't forget, Venus is in retrograde, so be mindful of your words to partners and associates. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. There is an opportunity for all earth signs to jump on the momentum of the 10th house. Capricorn's Saturn-influenced house carries the new moon energy from the winter that can help you. So map out your ambitions, put on your mountain climbing casuals, and dismiss the relaxed earthy approach until further notice. The year of the dragon demands diligence. Your efforts will be aptly rewarded, especially regarding new projects or traveling. The galactic tone of the Mayan calendar for the eclipse will be 10, and the day sign for May 20th is Serpent. The frequency for this day is about lining up your thoughts with manifestation. On this day, thought into manifestation strength is supposed to be 10 times the norm, so do yourself a favor and be as positive as possible. Start a snowball of positivity for yourself and your community. The serpent energy also represents intense and dramatic frequencies for manifestation through intuitive vision. This intuitive vision helps us to connect earthly desires to heavenly aspirations. The power and heart of Serpent will influence Saturn in Libra and Uranus in Aries to realign truth with authority. This alignment will contribute to the building of momentum that is needed for the avalanche of change and justice that disenfranchised populations weep for. Justice and equality will be demanded by the Earth that is waking up to the inevitability of symbiosis for all of Earth's inhabitants. If you listen closely, you can hear this year's dragon doing a dance of temperance with the opposing properties of fire and water. The keys to success? Adaptability, fluidity, and perseverance, the hallmark of the mutable Gemini twins. As the sun lines up with the plane of the galaxy and people consider doomsday scenarios, shifts in consciousness, the return of ascended masters, or DNA activation, remember to be present in your living by taking as many cleansing breaths in balance. Stay in balance. The excitement of 2012 is centered around the theory that our galaxy turns once on its axis each 25,920 years, and when the stars across multiple solar systems line up, good things are supposed to happen. Just remember that no one has been around long enough to give us a full report on the truth. Please enjoy the moment without dread and invest your time in building a better future for your whole family and your community here on Earth. I can't think of a better way of starting off the age of Aquarius.